This is Clark County Commissioner Chris Giunchigliani. She don't like Mexicans. In 2010, she snuck an ordinance through that stopped Piales. Piales is an event in CHARREADA where you rope the back legs of a running horse and bring it to a stop. It's a legitimate means of capture used by veterinarians and ranchers. At the same time that she outlawed Piales, she congratulated rodeo because she says they have a set of rules to protect the animals. Of course, the fact is, animals get killed in rodeo. Not content with outlawing Piales, this commissioner also had mangana declared illegal. Mangana is catching a horse by its front legs and bringing it to the ground. Again, it's a legitimate means of capture used by veterinarians and ranchers. Mangana is no more dangerous to horses than other equestrian events, and is not as dangerous to horses as jumping. A third event outlawed by this commissioner is mangana on horseback. Again, a legitimate means of capture, and no more dangerous to horses than other equestrian events, and not as dangerous to horses as jumping. While condemning CHARREADA and charros, this commissioner ignored the dangers of jumping, the most dangerous thing you can do with a horse. When you get right down to it, there is no reason for horse jumping other than to prove the macho of the rider and the owner. If you look, this horse's right front leg is broken. Listening to this commissioner, you got the impression she thinks charros and Mexicans are cruel and barbaric, and that cowboys are the salt of the earth, who would never hurt an animal. Of course, this is a woman that doesn't seem to know the difference between a calf, a steer, a bull, or a cow. Something all too common with animal rights fanatics. They don't know what they're talking about. Now, before you get in an uproar about how animals are used in sports and start quoting Gandhi about how a society is judged by how it treats its animals, I think it should be judged by how it treats its children. This young man died playing high school football. Over 50,000 children a year are hospitalized as a result of high school football injuries. Another 20 die. Watch this child's left leg. It's not supposed to flop like that. We accept this because the benefits of football outweigh the dangers. It's too bad Commissioner Chris Giunchigliani didn't get to know charros before she went on her rampage about CHARREADA. She would have found that they're not cruel and barbaric. She would have found that they're decent people who would never intentionally hurt an animal. She would have also found out that CHARREADA is a celebration of traditional animal husbandry from Old Mexico and what is now the Southwest United States. It's a long tradition. It's a good tradition. It's a tradition that brings families together. She would have learned that it's a team competition and that most of the teams revolve around extended families. You have the Castros in El Paso, Texas, the Flores family in San Antonio, Texas. There are the Jimenezes in Katy, Texas, right outside of Houston. This is a sport that reinforces family values, and it's been that way from the beginning. Modern charreada began right after the Revolution of 1910, when Mexico was still in a turmoil. Various states began schools about charreada to reintroduce people to each other, their families, and to the rural way of life. These schools did their job so well that charreada became the national sport of Mexico. So when you see someone wearing the traje of a charro, you know that you have someone who believes in tradition and family. It's a shame that Commissioner Giunchigliani didn't get to know charros before she decided to destroy charreada in Clark County. So watch the rest of this video and you'll see the animals are used and not abused. They're in less danger than a high school football player on a Saturday night. And remember that the next time you think of Commissioner Giunchigliani. She's an embarrassment to Clark County, Nevada, and she needs to be taken out of office.
La fiesta charra, fiesta del sol. Donde los charros valientes dan con sus cantos la evocación. Jaripeo su festejo que huele a surco y a tradición. Rodeado de la faena más admirada de mi nación. Bonito es el jaripeo y cuando es su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Upaliu, paliu, upaliu, paliu. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor.
Y así se canta en mi tierra, ¿verdad de Dios que sí?
La gente aplaude con emoción. Y un toro viene rodado, muy bien coleado por Don Nabor. Y prepararon un toro para que lo monte Don Felimón. Y mientras sus lanzadores corrían la riata con gran primor. Bonito es el jaripeo y cuánta su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Upaliu, paliu, upaliu, paliu. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. la fiesta charra, fiesta del sol. Donde los charros valientes dan con sus cantos la evocación. El jaripeo, su festejo que huele a surco y a tradición. Remedo de la faena, más admirada de mi nación. Bonito es el jaripeo y cuánta su animación. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Upaliu, paliu, upaliu, paliu. Yo quiero montarle un toro pa' que me mire mi amor. Ay,